Queen Debbie, unmute yourself.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Greetings to each and everyone. We welcome you to this ONPASSIVE webinar in Globally Changing Lives Deep Dive. This is an official ONPASSIVE gathering, and today is Thursday, March 23rd, 2023. And we are here celebrating a continuation of celebrating the International Women's Month on this platform. We welcome each and everyone, all the ladies who are out there, regardless of whether you are a founder or not, but you might be and could be a relative to a founder. We welcome each and every one of you, and we're starting our webinar right now, and with a signature tune by one of our very own founders, which we're going to play for you. And as you watch, please pay attention to the special images because it represents who we are on this forum. Thank you very much. And over to you, Sister P.
ONPASSIVE, the future of Internet.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that beautiful melody. We are definitely in it to win it. We want to take this opportunity to welcome all our special presenters tonight, both here and in the diaspora. And at this time, I'm going to introduce someone who is going to talk to us about the mindset. This person we've seen before. She's always in the backgrounds and she thought she was an introvert, but in this forum, we help move along with one another. She has something special to share with us. And her name is none other than Queen Yvonne Finn, who lives in Toronto, Canada. She is professionally an employee in telecommunications, travel and merchandising sectors. And she also owned and operated an employment agency. And these work choices which she made challenged her by nature. And she stepped out of her comfort zone and became none other than what we know her to be today, very interacting with everybody. She is from a family, close-knit siblings, and she's a mother. Now, when she was asked what she wanted to be remembered for, Queen Yvonne says, at the end of the day, or my days here on earth, and because I believe that we were all created to shine in the earth, I want to be remembered as an encourager and champion of others as we make this world, as we make this wonderful journey called life. She's smiling right here. Please, let's hear what our one and only Queen, Sister Yvonne, has to share with us about our mindsets today so we can get ready to move on with the rest of the schedule. Please, let's welcome her. Thank you so much, Sister Yvonne. We're so proud of you.
Thank you, Queen Debbie, and thank you all my sisters and brothers, brand ambassadors, all very proud. As you know, this is going to be a very short talk, as that's what I do. No long talk for me. So the mindset, and the first thing I have about the mindset is a question. Your mindset and your identity, which came first? So I say for believers in God, that is an easy question to answer. Our identity comes from God, and we are who He says we are. He called us sons and daughters, called us more than conquerors, and He has given us not a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind and so much more. When we claim those foundational truths as our starting point, then our mindset will be derived from those empowering beliefs, attitudes, and assumptions about ourselves, others, and the world around us. We will believe we can do all things because He, God, is in us and working through us, giving us courage, strength, direction, and guidance to fulfill His divine purpose and plan for us. I personally find that knowledge very reassuring because no human being gave me that identity, and so no one can take it away. There is a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt that says it another way, but it's just as true. It says, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. But even having said all of that, the mindset can still be either fixed or growth-oriented, and that is because of our own choices. We are free agents and free to choose. So we can either believe that our abilities and traits are carved in stone and unchangeable, or we can believe that we can learn and explore and upgrade our talents, abilities, and traits, we are called to renew our minds daily. Identity, on the other hand, refers to our sense of self, what we believe about us. That also includes our values and personal characteristics that makes us unique, one-of-a-kind beings. Identity can be influenced by various factors such as our culture, family environment, and life experiences. And it can also evolve and change over time, nature or nurture. Both mindset and identity play a significant role in shaping our behaviors and experiences because each of them influences our perception of the world around us. When a growth mindset is paired with a positive sense of identity, this makes for more resiliency, adaptability, and personal growth, while a fixed mindset and negative identity can lead to rigidity, stagnation, and a sense of being stuck, which often leads to a feeling of being a victim. Developing a growth mindset requires us to believe that our skills and abilities can be developed through effort, persistence, and learning from mistakes. This mindset encourages us to embrace challenges, seek out new experiences, and view setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning. Ultimately, our mindset is an internal and private workspace that requires constant and consistent attention. It is our personal domain. We cannot change others, but we can change ourselves. As we journey towards our highest good, because we are co-creators with God of our amazing lives. I have some points, so I'm not sure how much time you gave me, Sister Debbie.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
No, she's not done. She just
Oh,
wanted
I thought
to
she
say,
said something. I'm sorry.
no.
Yeah, she
I was
said that,
asking. Yeah, I was asking. I have a few points that I want to make, but I'm not sure how much time I
internet
have.
is clear.
Go proceed, please.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, so I have 10 points, 10 quick points.
No, go
First
ahead.
one-
Go ahead.
First one, yes, okay. The first one to build your positive mindset is to count your blessings, even if you cannot name them one by one. Practice gratitude. Take some time each day to reflect on the things you're grateful for in your life, whether they're big or small. And then number 2, focus on the present moment. You can't go back to the past. Don't dwell on the past or worry about the future. Instead, focus on the here and now and make the most of each moment. This is the only time that you have control of. Number 3, surround yourself with positivity. Spend time with people who uplift and inspire you, and avoid those who bring you down. And try not to be one of those who bring people down. Okay? So you have to give to get. Number 4, exercise regularly. And I don't mean planning to run a marathon. I just mean simply do something, move, exercise regularly. Exercise releases endorphins that can boost your mood and help you feel more positive. Any form of exercise is better than none at all. Number 5, challenge your negative thoughts. When you notice a negative thought creeping in, challenge them by questioning their accuracy and focusing on more positive, realistic alternatives. Take every thought captive. Examine it. If it's good, good. If it's not, toss it out. Engage in activities that bring you joy. Make time for hobbies or activities that make you happy and fulfilled. Solitary or sociable, doesn't matter. Practice self-care. Take care of yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally by getting enough sleep, eating well, and doing things that help you relax and recharge. Set realistic goals. Set achievable goals that are aligned with your values and priorities, and celebrate your progress along the way. Having something to aim for makes one feel empowered, dynamic, and excited. Cultivate a growth mindset. Embrace challenges and view them as opportunities for learning and growth rather than as obstacles. See challenges as growth opportunities and not burdensome obstacles. And number 10 is to practice positive self-talk. Replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations and messages that build your self-confidence and encourage self-compassion. And I want to read a little blurb from April 30, 2019, which is just a few days after I joined ONPASSIVE. It's by Mr. Mafara, and I have everything that from that time on my computer somewhere. It says, we require our founders to have a leadership mindset. We require commitment and dedication. We require patience and trust. We require a positive mental attitude. And most of all, we require someone who will share our vision with an unwavering belief in ONPASSIVE and all that we will accomplish. Bottom line is we have certain criteria for our business, and we need to maintain a healthy network, period. ONPASSIVE is a network of pure love. Therefore, we are not judging anyone who does not want to be here. But out of the love we have for our company and for each other, we must do what. Should I continue? No?
It's okay, Sister Yvonne. Dr. Patience is having an issue with her internet. But
okay, well, I'm almost finished. And so that was just from Mr. Mafar. And he says, there is no room for doubt, skepticism, criticism, or fear in either GoFounders, it was GoFounders then, or ONPASSIVE. And we will not allow it to infect our business, period. So we're saying that he was just concerned with the physical, which is the money part, but they've always been in tandem. Mindset and the money part was always something, because he's congruent. He's not going to be dividing himself, right? So ONPASSIVE is all about everything that makes the human being higher up. And I don't mean higher than somebody else, I mean leveled up. So that's what I got from that. And then I have a little poem. It says, every day I will try my best. I will not quit. I will not rest until my brain has grown a bit and I have learned how to do it. If I fail, I will be okay. I will just try a different way. I will just say, I can't do it yet because I have a growth mindset. And that's it for me. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you all for listening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Queen Yvonne. Wow.
Thank you.
We are so blessed to have you.
Thank you.
Brighten our minds today. We are very honored with those kind words.
Thank you.
As you can see from our backgrounds, for the celebration of the International Women's Month, I have to change. I will have to, just give me a moment. Let me make Dr. Patience host, please. I'll be right back. Let me see where she is.
Certainly. I want to welcome each and everyone. Thank you all for coming. This month is a month for the women, but as we all know, women, it is every day for us. We want to thank our men who will be presenting to us this evening, this morning, this afternoon. Thank you again.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Benny. I was talking about our backgrounds. Purple, which I'll change mine shortly. And we can see our presenter dressed in purple, the one and only who did not sleep all night, one of several, just to be here, to be that man that is beside us and getting us to move along. His name is King Pastor Paul 360 Degree, who is here with us from Nigeria. His full names are King Pastor Paul Ude Agbo. And he has an ongoing degree in law and also has a degree in electrical electronics, master's degree in sociology of development, and a degree in Christian theology. He's also the chairman and CEO of Foundation for Capacity Building and Human Empowerment, a non-governmental organization that is based in Nigeria. Pastor Paul famously known as Pastor Paul, was born in Benue, Nigeria, and is married and has 4 children. He has been a brand ambassador of ONPASSIVE since July of 2020. When we interviewed him and asked what he would like to be remembered for, King Pastor Paul 360 Degrees said, as a man who changed the course of leadership in the third world and across the globe. That is why I am championing 360-degree leadership movement. I want to see real change in leadership. In addition, I want to be remembered as that person who changed individual lives and their communities. That is my major scope, and I believe God will let it happen. Please, let's give a hand of applause to Pastor Paul, our King First presenter for the night, who is here to support and empower us.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Am I audible, please? All
Loud
right,
and clear.
yeah. Okay, thank you, everyone. And good morning from here, Nigeria. This is early morning, 1:28 a.m. And I thank God for this privilege and golden opportunity once again to talk to our queens in the house, in the community. And last week I was here, and here I am today again. What a rare privilege. I did not take it for granted. Thank you very much for honoring and allowing me to be part of your International Women's Day. And then, you know, last week we talked about women and family. Today we are going to talk about women and economy. You know, it is very easy for everyone to shout and about the abnormality that goes on in the world, all over the places, irrespective of where you are. And at the end of the day, what are those things? They are byproduct of societal dysfunctions. A lot of things have happened and continue to happen in the various segments of the society, which we call the various institutions. And I basically, everywhere will be good only when each of those institutions function maximally at the state of equilibrium, which means a family must be up and doing, economy must be up and doing, religion must be up and doing, education must be up and doing, and when each of them are at the state of equilibrium, that is when we are going to have a better society. But today we are going to look at women and economy. Now, one thing we must know is that the only permanent thing in this world is change. But sometimes we tend to accept change only in the areas that affect us positively. But we must not. If only we will be accepting it in the positive and the ones that benefit us, then we are not really ready for the real change. Now, why are we talking about economy? In every event in life, there is what we call the manifest function and the latent function. Now, forgetting the fact that we came together in ONPASSIVE to know ourselves, now we're enjoying so many things. We're enjoying a robust relationship. We're enjoying a higher sense of friendship. We are enjoying a very good relationship, even friendliness beyond blood. So even our holy book says that friends loves at all times, but brothers are born for adversity. Now we are here even now for both adversity and even at all times. Now, why? When I talk about the latest and the manifest function is the main reason why people do something. Now, In coming to ONPASSIVE, our manifest function is to what? Is to boost our economic ability, is to make money. Now, forget the fact that some people will call that is why I love Michael Williams. He said this to the face of Ash Mufara. No matter how our CEO will say, let us be focused on what, and they should forget about money. You know that it's not possible. And he is the only person that can stand to his face and say, no, number one thing that makes people to come to ONPASSIVE is money. So there is no way, there is no condition, there is no happening that will make people to stop thinking, or even if they pretended not to, deep in their heart, they know that they only came to make money. Every other thing belongs to the what? The unforeseen, the unprepared, the unexpected, the unanticipated, which we call the latent function. Now, in this economy, we are going to make money. How is it going to affect our life, and how is it going to make a change in the society? Today, like we know, our life is being guided irrespective of your religion. Our life is being championed by what we call the natural law. You know, the man-made law, which we call constitution across different worlds, it can easily be amended. That's what we call constitutional amendment. Can easily be changed, can be added and be subtracted. But in our natural law, which is our holy book, most times cannot be reviewed. But then that does not mean that these are not changing around us. That does not mean that some of the analogy that were made in the holy book are still the environmental conditions that were around such illustration and analogy and teachings has not changed. No, they have changed. So we just need to change as we are moving towards a new levels of economical empowerment, which is what we are going to make from what? From ONPASSIVE. Now, women, let's be sincere to ourselves today now, because I have at different time, at different fora with women, and I've heard some of them saying the working class, and they will say, the Bible says men are the head, any man that cannot take care of the family is worse than infidel, and so I cannot collect my salary and come and give my husband. I cannot collect my salary and come and do this. These are godly people, not unbelievers, saying this. And then I draw the attention to the fact that sociologically, the society has changed, has evolved a long time differently. Now, in every time, in every analogy that we have made, we should go down to the background. What is the nature of the society at that time? Now, most of those illustrations were made at the point where men are the one that are supposed to be involved, 100% owners of the economic activities. But today, in our post-industrial society, what is happening? Women can easily be employed than even the men. So if you don't want to change, you want to be rigid with what your book says, with what your natural law says, and then you suspend what? You suspend your family, you render your family useless without giving a better education. Okay, now look at us here. I know that even in ONPASSIVE, we have seen that most women are even more at the forefront. They are more active. If they are more, they believe more in the ONPASSIVE even more than women. So many men are at the background. And you can say that if we want to live by our human nature, we have two different schools of thought as regarding the human nature. One says that women beings are born naturally wicked. And then the other school of thought say, no, women beings are not born wicked, but it is the product of what happens around them that constitute their nature, the way they behave. It is the environment that makes them who they are. And that is what? That is in line with the law of John Locke, which says we are what? We are like what? Like an empty plate, that a child is born like empty slates. It is what we write on that is what is on it. But today, so now what are we saying? When you begin to make all this money from ONPASSIVE, we will not go, it's something we know. If we want to be realistic to ourselves, you will not go about saying, when I am always moving, going to webinar, doing this, say you are mocking me. Say I will make my money and come and give you to pay the children's school fees. I'll make money to come and give you to go and buy fuel. I'll make money to go and give you to pay your school fees. You useless man, you are not doing anything. No, the society has changed. As at when your book, your holy book, your natural constitution law is saying that any man that did not take care of his family is worse than infidel, at that point, it is only man that is the custody, that is the owner of everything, including the woman herself. So whatever comes to the family belongs to the man. So at that point, that was when that statement was made. That was when that teaching was made. But today, everybody equal. Women go to work, they earn salary. Sometimes maybe your husband has lost the job. Sometimes maybe the business is not doing well. And then you have your money, you hide it somewhere. You are still asking the husband to go and borrow or to go and steal and bring because he is the head of the family. No, the society has changed. Even from the holy book, even from the natural constitution, the natural law that we are looking at, things are not the same. So many things have changed over time. So what is your thought system as regards the outcome of ONPASSIVE? Because as we are where we are going now, like Dr. Benny used to say, we are already here. And since we are here, there is no way. The apples will roll down on their own. You don't need to look for something to go and pluck. You don't need to be under duress to pluck. Most of them will drop down their own. Even when you do not even expect that some are ripe, you'll be seeing them dropping. And at that point, that is when you think that the best thing you can do is to be buying every available jewelries in the world, leaving your children's school fees somewhere. And at the end of the day, what happened? Your family will become irresponsible, and you are not what? Because it means that you are not going to be responsive to the society. It means that you have succeeded in chunking irresponsible children to the society. And when you are gone from this world, what happened? They will go about doing. You see, somebody will carry gun to a mall and start shooting everybody without offense. You can, as you know, it is common in the first world. Most of us are in US. That is the story all over the place. What is happening? What is the offense of these people? Now, those people that are shooting, they are coming from a place. Something has gone wrong. Some of our role, some of the institution has failed to function maximally to keep their roles at an equilibrium, and that is the effect of a different abnormality and crime. But it is starting from us, you and I, the man, the woman in the house. What have we done? Today, there is no moral control. Today, there is a lot of things. It's happening. But we in our family of ONPASSIVE, we should just make up our mind to be different. Now you can see that at a point, okay, let me give you an illustration. Some people can be that wicked and stingy to themselves, even not only others, but to themselves. Now, I'm giving you an illustration of somebody who has so much money. He has so much money. You talk about ship line, you talk about building all over the places, you talk about houses all over the places. But do you know that this man, billionaire, he knows the price of Maggi in the market. And some young men like us, we know any day we have gone to the market, even the bag of rice, the price, I did not even know. But somebody, at the end of the day, this is the same man that was sick in his room and he cannot go to the hospital and died When he died, the house is everywhere. There are some of the lands that the agent, the estate agent and the family did not even know about. And when he died, the wife, the first thing the wife picked up was a briefcase full loaded with money. She went and kept down somewhere first. So the end, our end, is always just like we know. Empty we came and empty we will go. So it is the impact, just like they are talking about what are we going to be remembered for. That is the most salient questions that anybody could ask. But you know why? Something has sealed our hearts, both men and women, that we did not remember that important question in our journey of life. We thought we are going to live forever. We thought the essence of life is to ride the highest car in this world. We thought that the essence of life is to wear the most expensive clothes in this world. If you have not heard, we have heard the story of one king in Arab world that has so much money that he doesn't know what to do with the money. And at a day, he went to go shopping, and he called the pilot, bring the jet, and he went to the most expensive market. And he said, buy, just be loading the plane, whatever, with money. And they load all the plane full and go to keep them in the storehouse. They did not need any of those things. That is how money can deceive people. And I believe you women, your own money that is coming should be the one that will make a change, that will make a positive change, that will leave a better children, that will leave a better husband, that will leave a better neighbor, that will leave a better. I have had a lot of people say, I have 10 children, 2 blood, 8 adopted. That is the essence of life. Be passionate and be driven towards putting a smile in the faces of others. Whether when you are alive, then when you are gone, what happened? That is what you will be remembered for. That is the kind of women that I know that we are having in ONPASSIVE. And when will it be? Though that is my belief for now, because the level of integration we were able to achieve over the 4 years, over the 3 years, over the 2 years, a lot of people have changed. Though we did not know each other before, we did not know our life before, but with our behavior, we know that there's no way everybody can be. A lot of mind, we have talked about mind. Everything is in the mind. And that is why our holy book says, guard your heart diligently, for out of it issues of life comes. So our heart, whatever you are doing, is a product of what is contained in your heart. That's why some people will tell you that their character, their belief system, this is all about the heart. But there is no heart without what you are saying. It is what is in your heart that you are saying out. What you are doing, the way you talk, the way you behave, the stinginess, the abusive character, and whatever. All of them are the product of what? The content of your heart. Coming down to the economy, coming down to the money we are going to make now. So, is it going to change us for good? Is it going to make us more better person or make us more wicked person? Now we might say, yes, when the money comes, we will do this, we'll do that. Now, the little one that you are seeing now, how have you been able to make a difference? And our husband testified that, no, this my wife is too good. Now I can tell you boldly, without reservation, that my wife, when at the point when she was working, when she collected her salary, or when she preferred, she would buy something for me that she would not even buy for herself. She will use the money and buy for me. You see, that is what we are saying. Let us use our economy to empower our family. Family, like I said, anybody around you, your neighbors are members of your family, your children, your husband, and as many that are in need, that you look at them, that your financial assistance will make a change in their life. you cannot be a good person and see somebody going hungry when you have more than enough, when you have the money to buy anything. That is not the character. That is not what Mr. Ashmofara wants us to be. And you know, now we are talking about changes. Look at the economy, look at in the business world. It is the changes that has made somebody to bring in millions of people to be part of something that he can do alone. Now, today, all of us now, there are those people that have been talking before, this man is using our money, he has used our money, has built a company. At least since June 22 last year, we can now attest to the fact that our money, our total money put together is insignificant compared to how much the company has been spending. At least now, even the blind, even the deaf has affirmed that. So we can now know that this war without us, the company ONPASSIVE would have been built completely to any level. It will, because you can see the money that is going into the company every now and then without us. So it is not because of our money that brought us here, but it's because of what? Because he wants us to what? He wants us to change life. I've benefited from a lot of you here. Is it morally? Is it psychologically? Is it socially? Is it financially? And name them. If not for ONPASSIVE, would that be possible? You can look at what Sister Yvonne just downloaded. If not because of ONPASSIVE, would that be possible? Now, I have beautiful sisters and aunties and brothers. Now, without ONPASSIVE, would that be possible? No. But all those are latent functions. So, as your economic ability and power get a change, remember that a lot of things will come up that were not part of the original intent when you are making a decision to sign up as a brand ambassador in ONPASSIVE. Those things are latent function. You must be careful that the latent function will not override the manifest function. Now, when you are talking about the manifest function, you have to balance it. What is that of the one of the ONPASSIVE by our CEO? Then what is your own? If your own is too contrasting to the one of Ashmofara, then you have to adjust to set all of them at the point of equilibrium. What is the one by Ashmofara? Make a change in the life of others. Make a change in your community. Make a change in your society. And without that, you have not done anything, because the accounting, you will be accountable. Even when you leave this world, you are going to be accountable. You are going to what? To be asked how you live your life. It is not how much you make. It's not how much apple you are able to plot daily that they are going to ask you. But what? Your whole assignment. How were you being able to achieve the excess, the reason why you came to this world? Because you did not come by accident. Yes, I hail all the women for your tenacity, because you know this ONPASSIVE journey is one of the most difficult one, because you know joining a business for 2, 3, 4 years, and then you are spending the one you have gathered. You spend, you finish. You know you could start borrowing, you start collecting. You know it takes extraordinary mindset. That is why some of us women that are at the forefront, you know, sometimes our husband would laugh at us. This is ONPASSIVE self every day. Zoom meeting, and nothing is coming out. They would laugh at you. Children would laugh at you. We that are men, the same thing. Our wife would, sometimes before you say anything, the mouth is already. If you mention ONPASSIVE, they will do mouth like this. They will do that. But when the money comes now, for those that, if I want to be wicked, say when the money comes, if I don't want to be a good person, like I'm saying, when the money comes, say what will I'll do? My wife, I'll say, say you have been laughing at me. Say you have been doing this. Say this. Yeah. But no, that is not what is expected of us. And I believe we are going to be the better people, the better women in our various immediate environment. Thank you very much once again for giving me this opportunity to talk to us again, and God bless all of you.
Wow, Thank you, King Pastor Paul. You've said it all from the economy standpoint of being the head of a family, and the woman is the economist of the family. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. And not just you, sharing with us, but staying awake to be here with us. We truly appreciate you, and thanks again. I hope you'll see you again next week. At this point, I'm going to move to our next presenter. We have presenters internationally because this is a diaspora forum. His name is one and only King Brother Francis Tay, who is here with us from Singapore. King Francis's career involves multiple industries. He was a boat builder, a bookseller, coffee shop owner, a director and general manager with Hosanna Music, and currently runs a transport company. He is trained in advanced SEO consulting. He is a father and a wonderful one for that matter. When he was asked what he wants to be remembered for, King Francis says, "I like people to remember me as a quiet person who loves to add value to people's potential." Please, let's give King Francis, our brother, a hand of applause. The microphone is yours, Brother Francis.
Wow. Thank you, Sister Debbie, Queen Debbie, for inviting an introvert to come and speak. When I heard Sister Yvonne say that she's an introvert and the length of her speech, I was blown away. Then come Pastor Paul and say, how can the introvert get in with so much powerful speakers? You know? Thank you again. Thank you all for coming, and wish you the best of a Women International Day. I think I want to use this moment also to honor my two women, actually there's three women in my life. My mother, my wife, my late wife, and now the new one in my life is my daughter. You know, we need to honor people who make an impact in your life. Whether you like her or not, they have brought you into the universe. Huh? So, talking about my mother, she's a very funny and fun mother, strict and fun, because my mom came to Singapore from China in the year around 1949 during the China Revolution, when she was having a small baby, about a few months. That is my elder sister, 1949. When she came to when she traveled to Singapore by boat, remember that during that time there's no speedboat, no cruise, you know, and there's no GPS to tell you where is Singapore, you know, from China to Singapore. You know, when she told the family the story, we were all in tears, saying how much our parents bear the future in mind, wanted to find freedom, wanted to find their dream, pursued their dream to Singapore. My father went to Malaysia, from Malaysia come to Singapore. So there's no email, and how long they communicate, I don't know. How they communicate, I also don't know. And I know one thing is God's hand is with them, because both of them, my parents, are believers in the Lord. So today I'm in Singapore is also by God's choice. Right? God ordained. and God have His timing. That's why I'm also in ONPASSIVE. I was in ONPASSIVE also by a woman introduced to me, Sister Toy. Yeah. So my mom is also a funny person because I did not know how to explain a woman or what is a woman. Yeah? Because I'm a good guy, good boy. When I was 5 or 6 years old, she always bring me to the market, to buy fish, meat, all this. And as the day goes, and one day she want to buy something for herself, and she says, let's drop by to the store and buy a singlet. So a small boy at 5 years old, I'm also wearing singlet, and I know what is singlet. So she went to the store, and I look at the store, the woman bra, I said, this is the wrong place, Mom. Singlet is not here. You are young, you don't know, this is singlet. I said, my goodness. At the age of 5, I was being told what is adult story. I cannot be told. Bra is bra, no singlet. So from there on, I always look at her and trying to see whether she is a funny one or strict one. Because she told us that when she was in China, she's a army officer. So, and because we are all brought up as a Christian family, so I also love to read the Bible, and I know the Bible talk about women, especially about Proverbs 31. Say that her children arise and call her blessed. Proverbs 31:28. Her husband also, he praised her. My father praised a lot about my mom. That's why we have 8 siblings. I'm the middle one. Many women, verse 29, many women do noble things, but this woman, you surpass them all. Verse 30 says, charms is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Charm is deceptive. That's why Adam was so caught up by the apple because of the beauty of Eve. But the woman who fear the Lord, like you ladies queens here, and last week I heard all the powerful message from all the queens. I know most of you are women of faith, women who believe in God, women who fear the Lord. I honor you. And he say also in the last passage of Proverbs 31, give her the reward she has earned, and let her words bring her praise at the city gate. This is what Pastor Paul is talking about, women in the marketplace. Let her words bring her praise at the city gates. Last week, Dr. Derek showed you some of the woman entrepreneur in the marketplace, who also is a believer, who also is a founder. These sisters, this woman, the marketplace will praise her, will honor her. Of course, they will honor our Lord. My mother is a very, very honorable, virtuous woman. She passed away 24 years ago. And because she is no more with us, I always believe in the commandment of God that if thou shalt honor your parents. So how to honor my parents, my mom, my father, when they're not around? I do the work what she do. Huh? She loved the children, so I love my brothers, my sisters. I add value, I take care of my brothers and sisters so that I can honor my parents. Because like our Father in heaven said that if the brethren are in unity, blessing will flow. So if our family are in unity, our parents in heaven will be smiling like God's smile. So those of you who have brothers and sisters whose parents have no longer with us, I encourage you to honor your sibling, because in so doing, you honor your parents. You honor your mom. Last week, we celebrate Mother's Day. So those who are mothers, belated Mother's Day. I want to talk about my dear wife who passed away 6 years ago because of kidney problem, kidney sickness. My wife, when we were courting during my missionary days in early 20s, when I was away in the mission field for 2.5 years, we were just boyfriend, girlfriend. There's no email. We had to write letter and post. And from Singapore to UK, you take about 7 days by post. And she wrote, every day she wrote a postcard and sent it to me. Every day sent it to me. So you know that, like what I was saying about the blogging, if you do that every day, the other party will receive every day. Every day. So in the mission field, I'm the only one that always receive postcard from my girlfriend, and she will always tell me how the family, my family, how her family, just explain to me so that I'm more in touch with the family, and that action really touched me, that I know there is a woman in Singapore who loves me, even I'm away, who have faith in me that I will not flip, I will not change my mind. So when I came back, of course, we get married. And I told her that I'm a missionary. I have not reached to handle our future. She said, let's trust God, The woman of faith. Of course, the story goes, we get married, and my career was successful, And as I say, as I shared the last few meetings ago, that if you want to be a hero, HERO, make sure that there's a woman beside. If she is beside you, you are a hero. If she is not beside you, you are zero. HERO is gone, you become zero. So make sure any dream or business you want to get into, consult the woman. If you want to have a success, consult the woman. In fact, the Bible said that if you want to get your prayer answered, make sure the wife is in good terms with you. I think it's in the New Testament. Yeah. Finally, I want to close. Before that, I want to say that when my wife was affected by the kidney disease and then become dead, she is like a normal woman going around the house chore and helping kidney dialysis family to do the kidney, those blood transfusion thing. She's a deaf woman. She can travel by bus to the house of that family to help the man who have a kidney dialysis. I did not know about this until at the funeral when this couple came forward and said that they are the one that your wife every day travel to the house to help them clean up and fix fix those dialysis machine. I was shocked. I did not know that. So I mean, it's a bit late. I always want to tell people that if you have someone that you want to honor her or him when they are alive. Because saying a eulogy to a dead person is no use. Let your praise be heard by your loved ones. I want to close with this. Many of us talk about the Genesis story about, Eve was the one that deceived Adam, and that's why we have sin. I think that stigma should be gone now. I have good news for you. Yes, the Old Testament have Eve story, but the New Testament have also a woman story. Yes, the woman have tempted the man to eat the apple. But in the New Testament, the woman obeyed God and kept the child. Therefore, although we lost eternity in the Old Testament, today we receive back our eternity by believing in Jesus. Remember Mary, the woman that God chose, Mary, that the Holy Spirit will bring Jesus, the Son of God, into you, even you are virgin. Mary obeyed, and Joseph complied. Never tempted, they complied. And both of them, a woman of faith, brought eternal life to us today. I just borrow to end off, I want to borrow Dr. T.G. Jakes' words in his book, Woman, Thou Art Loose. Let today be the first day of your life journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, King Brother Francis Tay. What an honor. A hero needs a hero besides him, otherwise he is a zero. What a saying. What an honor that you stayed up tonight to share that lovely message about the women in your life, from your mother to your late spouse, and now you're honoring your daughter. That is an honor, something we all the men, all of us should emulate. And also one thing that I took out of this is celebrate life with people when they're alive, not when they are dead. Celebrate life with flowers, with those that you feel dear to, that you feel that they contributed something with you one way or the other while they are alive. Tell them you love them while they are alive. Cry with them, laugh with them while they are alive. So that when they leave you, you will know you already did that part instead of doing it solo at the funeral. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Brother King Kumaran is the next person we have to hear from. He's always smiling. He has so many faces, and his smile is as infectious as Dr. Benny's, but in a different way. That's the male aspect of it. He is a certified health coach, Brother Kumaran, those of you who do not know him. And King Kumaran worked as a bank officer for 10 years And after that, he decided, no, that's not what I wanted. He resigned and started doing MLM. He is a wonderful father of 4 children and married. And those 4 children, 2 are boys and 2 are princesses, and their queen mother adores them. Currently, he is doing ONPASSIVE on a full-time basis. When asked what he wants to be remembered for, King Kumaran says, as a brand ambassador, I want to bring smile on every human being's face. Thank you very much, Brother Kumaran. The microphone is yours.
Thank you, Queen Debbie, and good morning, good evening to all the queens and kings, especially Dr. Derek. Good evening to you. It's an honor for me to be invited to share in this webinar, a great webinar that I don't miss. Even if I cannot join also, I will just on and will be listening and doing my work most of the time. It is, I'm not as good as Pastor, King Pastor. Okay. I'm not good as Francis Day, right? My brother, my neighbor. But I will do my best, my own way to share and to celebrate women. Okay, just to let you know, I'm born in Malaysia. My grandfather is from South India. He came to Malaysia in 1920s, right? During the British era. He came and worked in the Malaysian Railway as a labor. My father was born in 1930s as a Malaysian. So I'm the 3rd generation. And we still have connection with our South Indians relations. My uncles are still there. During the independence in 1957, my grandfather left. He go back to India. He say he don't want to stay here, but my father continues staying in Malaysia. That's how our 3rd generation here in Malaysia, and my children's all born here. But we still communicate, and I'm still happy to be a Malaysian. But also the tradition, the culture is we follow the South Indians. Okay, so I don't talk much, but I like to share. So Queen Debbie, let me share the screen so that I just can continue. It's easier for me.
Yes, please.
So I been brought with the tradition of Hindu culture, okay, where our tradition, our culture, our way of life is to respect women, okay. We have a very richful culture where the sisters, the mothers, the woman is very, very, we respect them a lot, okay. So let me share. Okay. I'm sure everybody knows these 3 statues, right? It's you're all very familiar, but you can see all these are women. The one in the US, the one is in Russia, the one in China. The women are very important in the way. I'm not sure how to explain this, but then I don't know why they never do the man statue. but it was the woman. There's something there. Maybe Dr. Derek will share about this. Okay, and everybody knows, even in justice is woman, right? I don't know why I never put a man there. is still there. She's there, standing there. Okay, so in our Hindu tradition, everything is woman, right? Is woman. From morning until the night, we've been pray to them. Okay, the next thing that I want to share is all about is my own findings, my own is a disclaimer. If I share anything wrong words, please forgive me. Okay, so see, since I'm from India, the India is called as Bharat, and even they call as a mother, the Bharat mother. See how the woman been in our lifestyle. They are there. We even the state, the Indian state, we respect as a woman. Okay. The earth, there's a goddess for her, for the earth also. We call her the mother of earth. This is all been programmed. We've been educated to respect women in our life. It is a way of life. Even the food, we have a God. Every day when we wake up, we say thanks to the God. This is Annapurni. She is for the food. We respect it. So everything, ladies, more important. And for power, for brave, she is the one. It's called Shakti. She is the power, and we pray to her, and this is part of our life. Okay. The next, for education, for music, we will pray to Saraswati. She is the goddess of education and for music, everything, she is the one. And for wealth, this is Lakshmi. She is abundance with the you just pray to her, and the wealth comes to her. All this we have the mantras, the chanting, the meditation. This is our way of life, and this is the one I like. Ganga Devi. She is the queen of the water. I mean, she actually is more to the health, because our body 70 to 90% is water. So our body is like a fish tank. If you know how to take care to keep the water in our body clean, and the health will be there. We can maintain our health. So every day when water, we talk about water, she's the one, Ganga Devi. Okay, and everybody knows man and woman, the difference between man and woman, the chromosome, the DNA, the chromosome is just 49 to 51. If 51 is a man, if the percentage is 51 is a woman, 49 is the other side. So even in our culture, there's a god named Arthanasiswarar. The body part is woman, part is man. So it's a way to respect. And the next one, okay, since I've been brought in a way of to respect a woman, this is my wife and my mother. I got married 25 years ago. Okay, and until now, I live with my mother in a one house. Okay, it's my responsibility to respect both of them, and take care of my mom. My father passed away about 10 years ago. My wife she's from Kuala Lumpur. It's a city. I born in the town, normal town in Port Klang. It's actually a harbor town, and I don't know how we managed to get meet her one day, and suddenly it's a proposed marriage. I got married to her. Since her lifestyle is from the city, the first thing she said after marriage, she wanted to go separate. And I told her, this is I can't do that. I would say take care of my parents. And the lie I told her, don't worry, my mother is in the early 60s. I think she will be there another 10 years. You just hold on, everything will be okay. We can stay together. But now, after 25 years, my mother is still around, and I think she can stay another 5 years, and 5 or 6 years. And with the apples ONPASSIVE, I can give her the best help. Both also are sleeping volcano, when it burst, but then myself I can manage. So the thing I want to share now is that our life is, they are part of our life. Women are part of our life. I've been grown to respect them, even not only in real life, in also when praying. So that's all. Thank you for giving me a chance to celebrate Women's Day in deep dive. Thank you.
Thank you, Kumaran.
Wow. Brother Kumaran, Brother King Kumaran, you did it again. Thank you. Thank you for the education about women in your life and women from the South Indian culture, where you came from, but now you currently are in Malaysia. We learned I've learned so much from the last presenters, and thanks for your open mind and willingness to share with us. I did not know about the various women that you shared, that they all are from the same culture. I just learned that tonight. And I'm sure everyone here, except those who have the Hindi blood in them. So thank you again. We appreciate you, and we thank you for always supporting. And Sister Toy is here just to listen to you before she goes to the market. Can you imagine? Not just to you, but you and Brother Francis, I'm sure. But thank you. We appreciate you. And we know how dedicated you are with ONPASSIVE. And that's why you are here at this hour of the day. And you did not come alone. You brought we have a lot of Indian founders who have signed in tonight. I don't know by what miracle, but this is an international forum. We appreciate you, not just you alone, but all the international founders who have also joined. So let's also listen to our next presenter, second to the last for the night. So please have patience with us. He is King Alfred Nte, and he studied auto service tech at Saskatchewan Polytechnic Institute of Applied Science and Technology in Canada. If I did not say the name properly, Brother Alfred, forgive me. He was fascinated with automotive and every aspect of it from birth, and that's what led him into pursuing that as a career. He's from Cameroon and currently lives in Maryland with his wife and 2 beautiful children. When he was asked what he wanted to be remembered for, King Alfred says, "I want to be remembered like a regular brother who just wants to share what I have with others, very selfless." Thank you so much for making time to be with us, Brother Alfred, and the microphone is yours.
Thank you, Sister Debbie. Good evening, everyone. Before I will proceed, let me use this opportunity to thank one of our sisters, Sister Severine, who pulled me onto ONPASSIVE. Without her, I don't know if I will be here with you, with all of you here today. Having said that, as it became apparent that I will speak today on this Women's Month, 3 people that came to my mind was my grandmother, my mom, and my wife. Let me share a little bit about my grandmother, because she played a pivotal role into my life. I left my parents at about the age of 4 and went with my grandmother because all her children were all grown up and left. So she was the only one. My grandmother, when I went there, I discovered that she was a palm oil dealer and a farmer. And at that very early age, I was questioning everything that she does because she wakes up very early, carry palm oil on her head and take it to the market. And as curious as I was, I decided that, you know, I have to go with you to see exactly what you are doing. And she said, all right, if you want to go with me, you have to carry something. She made my own small gallon and I will carry it along. She's in the front, I'm behind her. We go and she makes her sales and then she comes back every Saturday. And she was also a farmer. Sometimes when I left primary school, some of us that are born in Cameroon knows what I mean, primary school. I will, you know, she will say, when you finish after school, meet me at the farm. When I come there, before I get to the farm, she has harvested yams, cocoa yams, and roast them in the farm and keep them for me with the other kids. I realized that every kid that came around my grandma she always called them my kids, my daughter, my this, my that. And I was kind of perplexed why, with it, you know, curious. That's when she started ingraining on me that every living soul, a child, is precious. Whatever you have, share. No matter how small, share with them. I start developing that sense of, you know, having other kids around, because in our neighborhood, every child there knows that my grandma, if you come there hungry, by the time you leave, you are fed and you probably take some of the food to your house. So her environment was always congregated with so many kids. So as I spent 7 years with her, went through primary school, my 6th year with her, my dad died. That was when I was 12. And she saw the devastation on me, and she stood up, like, played the role of a father and a mom. Everything that my dad could give me, my grandma provided to me. So as I left her and I went through secondary education, every weekend I have to visit her. Every holiday I spend time with her. I started seeing some of those qualities that she ingrained on me, on my own mom, because I haven't spent that much time with my own mom. I saw that the values that she ingrained in me also to my mom. After spending some time with my mom also, I realized the same thing, that all the kids in the neighborhood are congregating in my mom's own house. And I was like, I was as young as a teenager, I'm asking my mom, is it your mom that trained you to be bringing these kids like she does? Well, my mom said, as you have heard everything that grandma told you, is the same thing that she was telling us. So she was a very a woman of faith. she always prayed to every my siblings, my cousins, and even passerbys. If you are in any difficult situation, my grandma, she will pray for you, find solutions for problems, whether if you are hungry, she will say, come, meet me at my farm. Let me give you whatever you want. So I have seen her generosity moved me. Sometimes I became so stressed because I see the need of kids that when I travel back sometimes in Cameroon, I see the need. There I was overwhelmed, and the only person that keeps coming to my mind was grandma, my grandma. You could see, I see her, the role that she played in the lives of the kids that were around my age group when I was with her. And I could see those kids right now. There is really no body to fill that void like she used to do. And I was overwhelmed that, you know, with the limited resources that I have, I try to do the little I can do. But unfortunately, you know, I cannot take care of all the needs. So when I came into ONPASSIVE here, started attending webinars, understanding the values that our CEO brought, I said, wow, is this somebody thinking also like my grandma? Then that's when it dawned on me that I should upgrade my dream, because I have been worried for a very long time with the needs for kids back home in my own neighborhood that my mom, my grandma, they used to take care of. But as I said, my mom too, she sometimes is also stressed because the resources, she cannot take care of every problem that comes her way. Even when she visited us here in the United States, every morning her worry is, oh, those kids will come and they will not have food. There's nobody to give them food. And I keep reassuring her that they will be fine. My youngest brother's wife probably will handle that, but she wasn't very certain. She stayed 3 months and said, no, I have to go, because if I continue staying here, those kids will congregate there and there is no food. Something wrong might happen to any of them. And I could feel the pain in her. The pressure became too much. So we said, Mom, you have to go. You have to go. And the day she was leaving, she was so happy. From the pictures I got, and the day she was coming back, all the kids in the neighborhood congregated and was waiting for her. So as we celebrate this Women's Month and Women's Day, I reflect on them. One thing that I took from my grandma was, which I almost slipped away, was she told me that you have to learn how to cook, because tomorrow, if you get married, don't only expect that your wife will be cooking food for you. You have to do it. If your wife is somewhere, you don't have to wait until she comes back before you get food. You have to cook. And I have been doing that. It's just that my wife is not here. She will attest. I do that, and I'm happy to do it. And she is happy. And I pray to God that my grandma's dream came through, because I found a partner which is just like my grandma. I'm delighted about that. Having said that, I will not take too much time. I found a poem which, as I was reading, trying to reflect on what I will say, I came across this poem. It's written by Edgar Albert Guest. It reads, "The gentle hand of woman, folks, keep this old world in line. It smooths away our bits of care and makes the struggle fine. It turns to blue our skies of gray. It makes our burden lighter. And when we feed it soft, careless, life is gloomy, spots grow brighter. The gentle hand of a woman, folks, of sister, wife, or mother, is what makes honest, sturdy men of husband, sons, or brother. It keeps a man fighting to be good. It cheers him up in sorrow. It gives him courage to await the fortune of tomorrow. The gentle hand of a woman, folks, to kind, every turning, smooth, with patience, tenderness, the brow with forever burning. Man best reward for all the strife, his richest worldly blessings, the gentle hand of a woman, akin to God's caressing. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you so much, King Brother Alfred. Wow. I can see all what ONPASSIVE has done to each and every one of us, especially this month that we celebrate women. And I can see that all the men that we have presenting today just speak on their immediate family, the immediate woman in their lives, from the grandmothers to their mothers to their spouses and the children. That's an honor. And we all belong to each and every one of you. Whether you mention us or not, we all belong together. And your story about mothers and how they are nurturing from your grandmother to your mom and your wife, that is a blessing. We thank you for sharing with us tonight. That was an outstanding sharing. And we started from, this is an international forum. We started from Africa to Asia, back to Africa, and now we're going to the Caribbean. And we have King Vital Smart, a Jamaican residing in Florida, smiling at us always. He has a graduate degree from Fordham University, Graduate School of Social Work, a BA from Iona University, and a teaching certificate from Michael University College, Jamaica, and a teaching certificate from University of the West Indies, Jamaica. He is from a family of 14, 7 boys and 7 girls. And I will say this, to add to that, he has an extended experience of 35 plus years. He is married and a father of 3, 2 boys and 1 girl, as well as 4 grandchildren. Now, he has worked everywhere and with everyone in Jamaica and most of all in the US, in team building and record-breaking sales in every aspect you can imagine, and supporting branded Jamaican merchandise. But please, I would just say he enjoys dancing, writing, sports, especially soccer, basketball, and cricket. And when we wanted to know what he wants to be remembered for, King Vitor said he would like to be remembered as a hardworking, loving, caring, and giving person who learns from his mistakes and strives to be a better version of himself every single day. Without further ado, please, King Vitor, the microphone is yours.
Thank you very much, Queen Debbie. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here tonight to present on your forum, and this forum about International Women's Month. And what a month. We have heard from some very great speakers. And so I'm just a humble servant that's trying to follow up with them. So tonight I'm here to celebrate the lives of some pivotal women in my life that had some major impact on me personally. And I like to be visual. So I'm gonna do a PowerPoint, and I want to share my screen.
Please go ahead.
Okay. Share. You. Are you seeing me?
Yeah, but
We see your screen.
Okay. I'm just going to.
Yes, you're fine. We see you.
Okay. And I'm trying to search for that little icon there. Slideshow. Okay. I'm here right now.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay. So last week I brought to your attention a very godly woman, and she gave us some template to move on as brand ambassador as we navigate this powerful business called ONPASSIVE. And she made these comments. If we really want to love, we must first learn how to forgive. Something is blocking my way here. No man what religion belong to, there is only one God, and he is God to all. When a poor person dies of hunger, it has not happened because God did not take care of him or her. It happened because neither you nor I wanted to give that person what he or she needed. And who said those words? The one and only woman of God, Mother Teresa. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about another woman of God. Another woman of God. I know I'm here to celebrate another mother, my loving mother. A woman of God. Her name is Imogen Villeta Smart, standing 5 feet 3 inches tall, but with a heart taller than and larger than a giant. I would say that she was the original Iron Woman, a woman of spirituality, a woman of a godly woman, a woman of faith, a woman that, given the opportunity, if she was born in this country and grown in this country, she would be a force to be reckoned with educationally. My sister Vinette nicknamed her Granny Tech because of the manner in which she gravitated towards technology at her age. She was never afraid to gravitate towards Amazon and Google at her age to do her Google search, Amazon search. A very honorable, virtual woman. And so I'm going to tell you a little about my mom. And say, Mom, you are a divine gift to us from God, and we could never survive without you. My mom was born to survive, to be blessed, and to bless others. She was born in 26th of May, 1926, about the same year that Queen Elizabeth, who just passed away last year, was born. Born in the parish of St. Anne, Jamaica. And my mom lost her mom at the age of 3.5 months, when she was just 3.5 months old. And so she was adopted by a loving, caring aunt. My mom is the mother of 14 children, 7 boys and 7 girls. 44 grandchildren, 77 great-grandchildren, and 5 great-great-grandchildren. She was admired for and admire you for your love, your warmth, your resilience, and your thoughtfulness, your toughness. Mom was oh, whoa, what happened here? I'm having a little thing that is blocking me here. She lost her husband, my dad, tragically when she was only 49 years old. And she was so brokenhearted that she vowed never to remarry. Said that her other man in her life was her 7 boys. Those are to be her husband, our 7 boys. And my mom had never married another man since the age of 49. Now, I'm kind of getting mixed up here. Okay. So, my mom moved to New York and lived with me after the death of my dad. She worked very hard for her salary for the very first time in her life to take care of her family. Eventually, with determination and hard work, she managed to have all her children, young and old, join her in New York, and the rest is history. So, we're talking about my mom. My husband died, and she moved to New York to live with me when I was there. Now, moved around without the help of a walker, still with a sense of humor, still continue to read our Bible, still continue to pray, still continue to do crossword puzzle, still play dominoes, loves to be around people, love to be around her children and grandchildren. She ends every telephone conversation with her children by saying, I love you more than you think. Mom, for her birthday, my sister Vinette would always make sure that Mom gets her favorite meal, lobster tail and crab legs. That's her favorite meal. Her spirit of giving and loving and caring are totally unmatched. My mom was able to feed hungry children in our immediate neighborhood at dinner time, and oftentimes had nothing left in her plate to eat. And that's a story that I think I've been told. When I was growing up, we had a little more than most of the kids in our neighborhood. And when dinner time comes around, to our dismay, everybody started to drift towards our house. Mom would never turn them away. Mom would feed every single one of them, and sometimes she ends up with nothing on her plate, and we have to share ours and give her some. That's a mom. It's a mom legacy to her sons. She said, not to rely on women to do all the work. She taught her sons to clean the house, inside and outside. Taught her sons how to cook. Taught her sons how to iron clothes. Taught her sons to clean the house. Love and acknowledgements to some other special women in my life. And I want to say to Mom, you've been so much of a blessed person. You've been so much of a wonderful person to us. When you moved to New York to live with me, you make sure that no one was left behind. And little by little, every single one of my brothers and sisters were able to join us. Every single one of them came, all 14 of them, with Mom's help, came to join us and live with us in New York. And so I want to thank her very much for who she is, for her resilience, for her dedication to her family, for her love, for her spirituality, and for everything that she has done for us. Mom, we thank you very much, and we love you so much. So I want to pay special acknowledgement to some other women, special women in my life. Number one, my wife, Nerissa. My beautiful wife, Nerissa, there she is. We got married at a very early age, in the 20s. We both were in our early 20s. And we are still together through thick and thin, in fun times and in hard times. Nerissa is a cancer survivor, getting cured mostly from natural herbal medicine. A very loving and caring wife, beautiful both on the inside and the outside. I love her grandbabies very much and spoil them to the core. And there we are in happy times. I think that picture was taken in Vegas a few years ago. Kudos to my dear sister Vinette, my blesser and friend, and the loving caregiver to Mom. And I want to say, Sister V, I love you very much. I want to introduce to you my three little granddaughters. These are brand ambassadors. These are brand ambassadors. The one on the first one, her name is starting from from left, maybe my left to your right. The older one first, Sheila. Sheila is this one right here, is a soccer star. She used to play for the Jamaica under-17 team, and went to college to play soccer, football, and she's now studying for her degree in I think she wants to be in the medical field. The one in the middle there, the little precocious one. The 8 going on 18. She's very loving, hug you to death, chat you to death. She's when you ask her, what do you want to be when you grow up? She says, you know, I want to be an actress. And I want to save all my money to buy a big house. And when whatever money I have left over, I'm just going to give it to those poor people who can't afford anything. And so my little one on the other side is Ariana. She's very artistic. She has a photographic memory and wants to be a model and a fashion designer. So these are my 3 little grandkids. That's my daughter, Paulette. My only daughter, very bright and astute, a prolific writer and an editor, loves to read and watch TV. Always encourage her to go on Jeopardy. And she's so quick on the button and always come up with the correct answer all the time. Paulette is my only daughter. Love her very much. And those are my 7 sisters, surrounded by mom. Usually during a birthday, we always surround mom and make sure she have a good time. And guess who that one is? My friend, my friend, Dr. P, who gives and keeps on giving. Dr. P, we all love you. And the last time, ladies and gentlemen, I presented with flowers at the end. I presented with flowers. And I want to wish all the women in the world all the best. All the brand ambassadors all the best. And this time, I'm going to present you with a little girl. A little girl who I discovered when she was about 5 years old. And this is my gift to you. She's my friend. And about a couple of weeks ago, her mom called me up and said, you know, she's going to be performing in PBS, a show they call it Black Broadway. And so this is our future. When you're getting ready to have our virtual concert, this is my friend. I want you to consider her. Listen and watch her play.
Volume.
Did I get any volume?
We can't hear you.
All right, hold on a second.
Please take your time.
Vijay, stop, and when you share sound. Stop sharing and reshare with, make sure you select sound, please.
All right, hold on a second. I think I set it up that way.
Vital, where are you? Oh, you're here. Okay.
I'm trying to find where the sound button is, Dr. Patience.
When you do share screen, look at the bottom left. You see sound, check it on before you say share. So Vita, when you do share, at the bottom left, you see sound, check on it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that button.
Right, look at the bottom left of your screen, you see share sound. Click, check that box.
All right, I'm coming. I didn't see that one here.
Once you do share screen, look at the bottom left. You see sound. Check on it if you're using your laptop.
Yeah. Where am I now?
Just stop sharing and start again. But if you just stop sharing,
yeah,
just do stop sharing. Then
okay.
let's try again. Stop sharing first.
Where's that button?
If there's anything on your, if there's anything blocking you, just move it out of the way.
I'm on the slideshow now.
Yeah, get out of the slideshow and stop sharing.
All right, hold on a second. Because, you know, I couldn't see some of the slides. I'm having some issues here. Cancel.
Okay, go ahead. What's happening with Dr. Pat? Is she ready or no?
Yes. Brother Vital?
Dr. Pat.
Yeah, I'm here trying to find
Hello everyone, just give me a minute.
I'm muted.
She's just tired. She has a long day.
I am muted.
I
am muted.
We are not hearing you.
And Dr. P, you still have problems with your internet?
Hello everyone. I am going to end YouTube now. Can we all listen, please? I need to end the YouTube now. I want to thank.
Muted.
I want to thank each and everyone who has today. We appreciate you signing in today, and hope you'll join us again next Tuesday and next Thursday for the finale of celebrating women, celebrating the International Women's Day, women celebrating women. At this point, we want to thank our viewers who are listening and watching us from YouTube. And we thank you for spending the time with us today. And we look forward to seeing you again. And not just on this forum, but we have on Wednesdays and Fridays in Niger Forum, on Saturday, Ghana Global in Tweet and English, and on Sunday, on this forum, we have the Dream Team, 12:45 Eastern Daylight Time, and then we'll reconvene here next week, Tuesday, and Thursday. But I want to add to that that next week is a special week for our YouTube viewers because we're going to have very, very special guests who haven't been with us on this platform, joining us next week, Tuesday and Thursday. Thank you so much. I will be seeing you again